BMW has introduced the next-gen X2 crossover and its fully electric variant, the iX2, in their latest unveiling event. The compact sports coupe has changed generation for the first time in 6 years after its premiere. The model has never undergone a planned restyling over time. X2 has noticeably grown and turned into a crossover. The novelty will have 3 versions, including the top one with a 2L turbo engine producing 300 liters. 17GP BMW previously published several teasers of the next generation X2, and now the new model with the factory designation U10 has been completely unveiled. The company decided to reveal the appearance of the new product in the charged version X2 M35 xDrive and in the fully electric version called iX2. Let's start with the fuel version. Of course, the main external difference is that the X2 has a coupe-like body and a more sporty appearance. This is a kind of little X4. Compared to its predecessor, it has significantly increased in size. Length increased by 194 mm, width by 21 mm, height by 64 mm, and distance between axles increased by 22 mm. Luggage volume depends on crossover, varies from 515 to 560 L. Ground clearance for the fully electric BMW iX2 is 167 mm. For iX2, the size ranges from 191 to 207 mm depending on the model. iX2 got an almost vertical front and extended wheel arches. The most noticeable advantage at the front is the hexagonal radiator grille in the X6 style, which can be highlighted with contour lighting for an extra fee. The BMW X2 has a plug in its place, made in a similar shape but with a different closed pattern. On the sides there is LED head optics with paired angles of running lights and optionally available matrix headlights. It is interesting that the rear lights do not resemble any other model from BMW. The modified shape of the side windows and the door handles are flush with the body. Default wheel discs are 17 inches, but for an additional fee you can install 21-inch discs. The M35i version is distinguished by BMW M Division badges, black housings of exterior mirrors, as well as the lower part of the rear bumper with a diffuser and dual round exhaust pipes on the sides. The aerodynamic resistance coefficient for the electric version is 0.25, whereas for the other versions it has a value of 0.27. With increased dimensions, the interior has become more spacious. Rear passengers' legroom increased by 4 centimeters. Simultaneously, the interior nearly duplicates the X1. However, the seats in the X2 are unique, featuring enhanced side support. And sports seats are available as an option. The curved 10.25-inch instrument panel display and the 10.7-inch multimedia systems with the latest BMW interface are located on a single panel without any visors. The miniature transmission selector, emergency buttons and parking brake are located on the central armrest. Instead of the usual console, there's a big niche for gadgets. A large air deflector below the monitor, and on the right 2 wide deflectors for passengers. The BMW X2's equipment has been expanded and includes dual-zone climate control, an audio system with 6 speakers and an amplifier, navigation, a rear-view camera, parking sensors and power tailgate. Also by default, there is an adaptive cruise control, an automatic braking system, lane keeping and road sign recognition. Among the options are parking assistant, semi-autonomous driving system and a selfie camera in the cabin. X2 is still a technical relative of the BMW X1 model, which changed generation last year. In Europe, the X2 will receive 3 internal combustion engines, 2 gasoline and 1 diesel. The first version is the S-Drive 20i. This crossover only has front-wheel drive. The diesel version S-Drive 18D is equipped with a 4-cylinder 2-liter engine with new low-friction pistons. It produces 150 horsepower and 360 nanometers of torque. There is also no full drive. For US market, X-Drive 28i with 2L turbo engine producing 244 GP announced, equipped with full drive rear axle clutch. Top of the range model, heated BMW X2 M35i xDrive exceeds expectations. Same 2L Turbo 4, no start gen. Max power, 300 GP in Euro, 317 GP in non-Euro. Fuel versions have a 7-speed robot with 2 clutches. The AWD electric crossover iX2 will be available in the only xDrive 30 version with a 2-engine power unit generating 313 GP. and 494 nanometers of torque. Maximum speed limited to 180 km per h by electronics. A fully charged battery with a capacity of 64.8 kWh allows you to drive up to 449 kilometers. Battery can be charged from 0 in 6.5 HRS and with a 3-phase AC device with 22 kilowatts power in 3 HRS and 45 mins. Fastest charging replenishes energy 10 to 80% in just 29 mins. All BMW X2 models have McPherson struts at the front, while the rear suspension uses a 3-link scheme. Optional adaptive suspension with 15 mm reduced clearance available for extra fee, included in basic package for M35i version. Production of coupe-like SUVs BMW X2 and iX2 will be established in Germany. Prices will be announced closer to the start of sales, which is scheduled for March 2024. Friends, what do you think? Will X2 with a new coupe-like body look better? Share your opinion in the comments section and subscribe to not miss the latest news updates from the automotive world.